filthy peasant. Do you know who I am?
What's up, Lion Gang? Today we're going to make a special video for New Year's on just some stuff that you should be doing. I have a broom here because you should be sweeping from the back to the front of your house, all evil, all negative intentions out of your house into the outside or the wilderness or whatever. The next thing you should be doing is a spiritual bath. You should be cleansing old ways out of you, old routines, stuff you want to leave behind, wash it away. The next thing you're going to do is leave a penny, and I also leave a quarter underneath my outside mats, my welcome mat, my inside mat, and the mat that I have outside as well to welcome in money into your life. You're going to want to cook a meal of greens, which represent money, and cornbread, which represents gold. You're going to do that with pork, because pork is another good thing for New Year's, and black-eyed peas, which also represent luck. And today we're going to be doing a shoe ritual, because the next year that we're walking into is the year of the horse. So right now I have the left shoe here. Use the left shoe if you want to draw things in, such as creativity, love, anything that you want to draw in, you're going to put it in the left shoe. So for the left shoe, before we get started, we're going to sage the area just to get rid of any negativity, any bad will or negative intentions, in a circular way all around, making sure we get every corner. And we're just going to next light our candles. We're going to light a white candle first, and then about 5 minutes later you're going to light a red candle. And the reason you're lighting these candles is because the white candle will get rid of old pathways, and the gold candle is for worth, authority, visibility, and for solar power. With a red candle, sorry. It's supposed to be a gold candle. I use red because red is luck for the Chinese New Year. So basically the shoe is going to be our mojo bag. So what I do when I do create a mojo bag is build the herb bag first. What I put down at the base is St. John's, some oregano, some sage and black salt. I have there chamomile, and on top of those I'm going to add some rose petals and some orange peels. And the reason I added those is because rose is love, orange zest is for happiness, oregano is for success, sage is for wisdom. I put some St. John's in for power, some chamomile for wishes. I also put some black salt in there for protection. And I'm going to close the bag up. I wrapped it up 3 times, and I'm going to close it up with a black string. The next thing I'm going to do is fill the mojo bag or the left shoe with all of my fetishes. Fetish, I mean something that represents what I'm looking for. So I had a horse fetish or a horse token that I had sitting on my altar in some Florida water. I put that in first in front because I want the horse to charge first. I added a cinnamon stick and bay leaf for success and luck. I put basil in there for life, a piece of rose quartz in there for heart, a wishbone in that I wish for something for the future. I put in a wolf-shaped piece of labradorite, which represents magic and power, and a couple other things as well. And the last thing that I'm going to do, well, the second last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some wishes or some intentions. You'll see me do that next. So I put in, you can't see all of them, but I put in 5 wishes, one for health, love, future, protection, and health, love, future, protection, and business. And I just wrote a wish for each of them for the next year, and I'm gonna put them into the shoe, but I'm gonna put them into the middle part. All right, now that is the left shoe. Now we're gonna move on to the right shoe. And the right shoe is your forward walking shoe. You put in things for moving forward, for breaking through barriers and walking through pathways. So I wrote my name on the right shoe because I want to put my personal self forward. I want to be myself and my personal self forward. I sage the shoe just so any evil intentions or bad negativity or bad energy that's on the shoe can just disappear. And now I'm gonna fill the shoe, but first we're gonna do the herb bag like I did for the first shoe. In this herb bag, we're gonna put in some Jezebel root for personal power and attraction, and a little bit of wealth. We're gonna put in a devil's shoestring to trip the devil up in case he tries to like stand in our pathway. I put in some dragon's blood resin for some personal power and some magic. And I also put in another herb on top. And once again, I'm gonna wrap that up in 3, tie it up with a black string, and I'm gonna put that into my right shoe. So with this bag, with this kind of mojo shoe, I'm being extra intentional. I put a knot in it 3 times, and I sealed the knot with honey so I can attract everything that's inside the bag. And that's basically personal power. I have another horse fetish or another horse token that I put in the front of the shoe because I want the horse to charge forward. And I put in feathers into the middle part for a spirit. So I put a black ostrich feather for protection and a owl for wisdom. So that's a piece of quartz, unakite, sodalite, and a phantom quartz. Quartz for amplification, sodalite for truth. I put in some Florida water, just as you just seen, and the oil that I put in was a money pulling oil. So I got the bag all dressed, and I put that oil, I didn't note it there, but I put that oil on the tongue too, because I want my tongue to attract money. Everything I say, I want it to attract money. And so the 4 prompts that I'm gonna put into the shoe are where am I standing still from fear? What do I already know how to do but haven't moved on from? What direction feels fast but true? And what do I want to accomplish out of the future? And so I just quickly answered those prompts, and I'm going to put them in the middle of the shoe. And I'm going to tie those shoes together as if I'm going to get ready to walk out the door or walk somewhere. And I'm going to tie those shoes together so that the intentions stay together. My right foot has the right intentions, my left foot has the left intentions, and I left it outside. Thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and like the video if you haven't liked it already. Comment what you think so far, and subscribe if you want to see any more. Thank you and for being a Watcher Line Gang, and have a wonderful end to your year. Bye. See you in the next year.